The streetlight outside my window has always been a bit temperamental. You know the kind, right? The one that buzzes a little too loud and can decide if it wants to be on or off. For years, it was just a minor annoyance. A quirky part of my neighborhood's character. I never paid it much attention until last Tuesday. Primera wa, ese aplate working on a deadline when it happened for the first time. The light sputtered, went dark for a second, and when it flickered back on, a woman was standing there. She was dressed in what looked like a 1940s-era nurse's uniform, complete with the little cap. She just stood there, looking up at my building, her expression unreadable in the orange glow. I blinked, thinking my tired eyes were playing tricks on me. I looked down at my keyboard, then back up. The street was empty. The light buzzed steadily. I shook my head, blamed it on caffeine and lack of sleep, and went back to work. But then it happened again the next night. Flicker off, flicker on. This time, it was a young man, maybe in his early 20s, wearing a ridiculously bright, Orchenta-style tracksuit. He had a boombox on his shoulder, though no sound came from it. He stared at the spot where the nurse had been, a look of confusion on his face. He adjusted his sunglasses, even though it was the middle of the night. The light flickered again. He was gone. This was no longer a coincidence. This was something else. I grabbed my phone and started recording. I had to know if I was going crazy. Every night since then, it's been the same pattern, but with a different person. A little girl in a Victorian dress, holding a single, wilted daisy. A man in a dusty business suit from the 60s, clutching a briefcase like his life depended on it. A knight in full, honest do-goodness, plate armor, leaning on a massive sword. They never move. They never speak. They just appear, bathed in that sickly yellow light, and then vanish with the next flicker. Each one seems to be from a different time, a different story, all drawn to this one specific spot on the pavement. I've tried to research the history of my street, my building. Was it a hospital? A battlefield? A portal? The records showed nothing out of the ordinary. It's just a street. Just a streetlight. I started posting the videos online, thinking someone, somewhere, might have an answer. The comments were a wild mix. Some people thought it was a brilliant hoax, some kind of art project. Others shared their own strange, unexplainable stories. A few suggested theories that sent chills down my spine. Are they ghosts? Time travelers? Lost and disoriented? Are they echoes of people who once walked this very street? Their final moments replaying for an audience of one? The strangest part is, they all seem to be looking for something, or someone. Their gazes are always fixed on a point in the empty air, filled with a sense of longing, or confusion, or sometimes just quiet resignation. The knight looked sad, like he'd lost his quest. The nurse looked worried, as if she were late for her shift. The man in the tracksuit just looked lost. I've become obsessed. Sleep is a distant memory. My nights are spent with my face pressed against the glass, waiting for that telltale flicker. I feel like a gatekeeper, a silent observer to this parade of lost souls. Why here? Why this light? And why am I the only one who seems to see it? Last night, something changed. The light flickered, and a man appeared. He looked contemporary. Jeans, a hoodie, sneakers. He looked like someone I could pass on the street and not think twice. But it was his face that stopped my heart. He looked exhausted and sad, and so incredibly familiar. He looked directly up at my window. Our eyes met, and in that moment, I understood. He wasn't looking at the building. He was looking at me. The light flickered. He was gone. I didn't sleep at all last night. I've been staring at that spot all day, even in the bright sunlight. Who is he? Why did he look at me? It felt different from the others. It felt personal. The other figures felt like watching a movie, a historical drama playing out on my street. But him, he felt real. He felt connected to me. I keep replaying the video of him, zooming in on his face. Is it someone I know? A forgotten friend, a relative I never met. The possibilities are spiraling in my mind. Have the others been trying to get my attention all along? Was I just not ready to see it? Maybe they're not just random apparitions. Maybe they're messengers. But what is the message? I have a plan for tonight. I'm not just going to watch from my window anymore. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to stand in the circle of light. I don't know what will happen. Maybe nothing. Maybe I'll become one of them. Another flicker in the timeline, waiting for someone else to look out their window. Or maybe, just maybe, I'll get some answers. Maybe I'll find out who they are, and why they're drawn to this strange, faulty beacon in the night. It feels like the line between observer and participant is blurring. I'm scared, I won't lie. But the curiosity, the need to understand, is so much stronger. It's like a puzzle I was unknowingly handed, and I can't rest until I find the missing pieces. Wish me luck. I'll be recording everything. I hope I have something to show you tomorrow. Thank you so much for following this bizarre journey with me. Your comments and theories mean the world and make me feel a little less alone in this. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, because whatever happens next, you won't want to miss it. Stay safe, and maybe take a closer look at the streetlights in your own neighborhood. You never know what you might see.